Hey YouTube, Hill Country Husker. Appreciate you guys checking out my videos. Thanks for everybody that subscribed. I do appreciate that. Keep the comments coming. I do read them, respond to them, and look forward to everybody's input. What I'd like to talk about, been giving some thought on prepping. Been reading here recently a lot of articles and seeing a lot of articles that cover people's level of preparedness, and people that are really prepping and people that are just playing at prepping. And it's kind of got me to thinking, you know, where am I at? Am I where I need to be? Am I doing this the right way? Am I approaching this in the right manner? So everything I'm going to talk about here, I'm really more directing inward toward myself and my activities. I got into prepping about 2008. I mentioned this before, back when I saw the rise of the socialist agenda in this country with the election of the non-citizen Obama. And I do believe that Barack Obama is not eligible for the office that he was elected, but that's not what I want to get into. I'm just saying that's what got me into this state of mind, preparing for bad times, whether it be natural disaster, societal collapse, economic collapse, or just the creation of the police state, which in large part is coming faster than a lot of us want to admit. Anyway, you know, the Bible teaches to store up in times of plenty. I think that's just good practical advice. I encourage everybody to do that. That just makes good sense. But to what level am I doing it? Couple items. Yeah, sure. I have a supply of food for myself and my family. Currently, I probably have several weeks, possibly a couple of months, set aside in both canned goods, shelf-stable items. Also, have a supply of long-term storage that will last shelf-wise at least several years, if not more. But is that enough? Do I have a suitable rotation program for my foodstuffs? I probably don't. That's something I probably need to look more into doing. So I'm kind of asking the question, you know, where is everybody else at as far as what they're doing and how they're approaching it? Something I definitely need to look inward and be better at that. Water. Do I have sufficient water put aside? No. I recognize that in that regard I do not. What do I need to do? I don't know. I need to explore that. But anyway, in a shit hits the fan scenario, will I be prepared? Depends on what the scenario is. You've heard me talk about having a cash supply on hand. I do have cash reserves on hand. I've got cash reserves that I keep on my person, I keep in my vehicle, as well as a separate stash that I keep at the house. If the grid were to go down and I couldn't get money, I would at least have cash on hand. That does provide a level of assurance for me, a comfort level. I'm continuing to do that, so I think I'm okay in that regard. Bug out location. Do I have a bug out location? Yeah, sure do. Is it set up sufficient for me and my family at this time? I've got a reliable water source, so that's good. Am I set up as far as shelter? No, I'm not. I need to address that. that would be a problem. If I had to bug out right now, that would be I'd basically be living in a tent. Possibly do have a travel trailer, but you know, do I have enough fuel set aside to run my generator? Not for any great length of time. That's an area of concern. That's something that's going to have to be addressed. Am I prepared physically? No, not where I need to be. I still have a bad habit of smoking a cigar every once in a while. I'm not in the physical shape that I need to be for something like that. I recognize that. That's a limitation that I recognize, and I definitely need to address that as well. Protection, security. I do have several weapons, and I do have a large supply of ammunition. I'm familiar with all the weapons that I do own, all the firearms that I own. My wife and family, all my family members are also familiar with those weapons. We do go out and we do target practice. Now on that, shooting at a stationary target is a whole lot different than having any tactical training. Do I have the needed tactical training? No, I'm not up to par yet. A friend of mine turned me on to some classes that they offer here in the Hill Country where you can learn the tactical training. That's something I'm going to look into so that I have that for myself and my family. At least the older of my boys that can go through that. I plan on putting them through that as well. It's iced tea, by the way. Don't worry. So I need to look at doing more of that. Security, I think I'm okay. If I was confronted with a situation right now, I don't know if bugging out would be my first choice or if I'd bug in. Chances are I would probably want to bug out depending upon what the situation is, but, and here's the important thing, having a plan. Do I have a plan? I have a rough plan. There's the old saying, plan your work and work your plan. Well, I have a plan. Have I worked that plan? I don't think I have sufficiently. That's something I need to address. I need to get more involved with that. You know, so one of the things that I know a lot of the grade school, elementary schools, they'll do, you know, evacuation drills and fire drills and stuff like that, which is important at that level. It's also important for your home. Do you have an evacuation plan for your home in case there's a fire or some type of other natural disaster? We've talked about it, how we practice it. No, not to the level that we need to. Just another thing, you know, I guess what I need to do with myself and my family is try and elevate that up one step. Yes, I am preparing. I have a level of preparedness. Not comfortable with it. I have a long ways to go, but I do recognize what the things that I need to work on. So the question is, what do you have? What do you have? What's your plan? Are you working your plan? Are you just going along, going through the motions, saying, yeah, I've got a plan, yes, I'm a prepper, and if something were to happen, I've got a practical bug out plan. I've got a practical survival plan. You know, like I said, a lot of this is directed at me. And my deficiencies and what I feel that I need to improve on. A lot of areas I haven't discussed here. A lot of areas that I need to work on with my wife and my kids and myself. Need to get our bug out bags up to snuff. Need to get our kits together. I need to make sure that when it happens, I'm prepared. Just wanted to put this out there. Kind of get everybody to thinking about that. Be aware. Don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. I think that's real important. I don't want to be one of those that just goes through the motions. I want to be one of those that if something happens, I am prepared and I can act accordingly. Just want to put it out there for everybody. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. Appreciate all the comments. Just my thoughts. Hill Country Husker. Thanks.